In this video, we're doing something slightly different. I'll be looking at NetBSD 10, release candidate 5. It wasn't too bad. Let's have a look. Right, here we are, booting into NetBSD 10, release candidate 5. It's been a while since I've touched NetBSD. I really should do it more often. And it's an installation image. So I'm not used to this very, very bare bones little menu. Obviously, and it gives you plenty of time to count down, so you want to change your mind and press different options. I'll obviously go for 1. So we'll try to install NetBSD. As I'm doing this video on a perspective of being a FreeBSD user, so I might do a bit of compare and contrasting. Ah, yes, I'm getting this error again. I always used to get this error. For a long time, the error used to put me off installing NetBSD. But now I was doing a little bit of reading, and someone suggested that I turn off or disable the Nouveau drivers. I don't have this problem with any other OS that I test on the test machine. But this one I do. So I'm going to say boot-c. I have no idea what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just merely I'm copying what I'm seeing in a little bit of text. We'll see if this works. Hopefully it does. And now I've got to actually type disable Nouveau. I hate the spelling of this word. Nouveau. Okay, that sounds disabled. I'll exit this. And it should carry on booting. There we are. Oh, yeah. Now we've got a little bit further than it did before. So here we are on the install menu. This menu-driven tool is designed to help you install NetBSD to a hard drive. Okay, that's cool. And you can choose whichever language you've got there. The top thing seemed to have garbled a little bit, but that's where the English one is. So we'll select that. Keyboard type, installed to hard drive, upgrade, reinstall, reboot, utility, config, and exit install system. So we need to install to hard drive. Are you sure? Yes. And it's the Kingston one at the top we need, although it does give you some options there. I really don't know what they do, so I'm just going to choose the hard drive at the top. I think the geometry looks okay. I'm not used to being asked geometry. That's very unusual. I ain't done that for a long time. I'm going to delete everything and use GPT, and that looks again right. Set the size of the partitions. I don't want to do that. Default. Yeah, I might use default partition sizes. I think I need to read up on that a little bit more, but I'll use the default ones for now. It should be fine. It should be okay. We're now ready to install. Okie dokie. Use BIOS, console. There's a lot of options which I've not seen for a long, long time installing an OS. A full installation. Gives you minimal custom and installation without X. Okay, well that'd be pretty good for a server. I don't know. I'm just going to go for full installation. Now this one, yeah, I would imagine I'll do it off the USB stick I'm using. And hopefully it goes. All done. I know I speeded that up, but that didn't take long. Hit enter to continue. And asking for a root password. Please don't use an all lowercase password. Okay. Alright. At least it's telling you. I'll do the password I usually know, but I'll put a capital at the beginning. That should be fine. There we go. If you have a USB random number connected now, select retest. Oh. Manually import random characters, import NetBSD entropy file, load raw binary data. Well, I mean, it's I think for now I'm not going to bother. Not now. Just I'll continue. Configure network. Time zone, interesting. So we'll configure network. Okay, we'll select WM0. Auto select. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I haven't tried this on Wi-Fi. I might do that next time in a proper release review. But for now, we're just going to use Ethernet. Hostname. I'm just going to put test. Yeah, leave that at that. Well, that looks fine. Been auto done. There's a network information. Okay. Yep. Time zone. Oh, GB. That's kind of cool. I think that's right. Yeah. No, United Kingdom is just GB. All right. Root shell. Leave it at that. Change root password has already been done. Enable installation binaries panel. Leave it at that. No. Maybe set the clock. No. XDM CJ. Oh, right. That's the encryption device. No, I'll say no for that. 8-character username. Okay. It's more than 8 characters, but we'll see if it accepts it. And yes. Oh, it's accepted it anyway. Change local password, new password. Well, I can tell you this it's got a different feel to this installation than what I'm normally used to on FreeBSD. It might look a little bit similar, but it's a lot more. It feels older, you know, not in a bad way though. In a minimum, you should rc.com for match your needs. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna. A little bit of garbage at top. Yeah, I'm not going to make final judgment on this because, like I say, it's a release candidate 5, so that would be unfair, and I tend not to like doing that. It's like if you review alpha or beta software, it doesn't feel right. So is that it? Just going to reboot into it. Right, rebooting up. How exciting is this? We're booting up to a freshly installed NetBSD 10 thing, and that's a very sparse-looking boot screen. Okay, I mean, it's simple and to the point. I kind of like that. Boot normally, boot single mode, drop to boot prompt. I have a feeling I'm going to need to drop to boot prompt again, like I did when I went for the installation media. But we'll see. I'm just going to boot normally, see what happens. Right, so we're going to do the same quick workaround again, to disable the Nouveau. Someone also suggested that maybe I could blacklist this, so I don't do it every time I boot, which would be a good idea. And again, when I do the full review with the proper release, I might do that. Login. Okay, doke. Welcome to NetBSD. Okay. This is a release candidate. Yeah, I know. All very good. And I think desktop should already have been installed, hopefully, because one of the options says install with no X11, so we'll see what this does. Oh, very nice. Look at that. Is it what, VTM? Oh, no, it's C. Is it CVW? I don't know. It's one of them. Very lightweight desktops. And Oh, I like it. It feels a little bit like Motif Window Manager, almost. Oh, it's CTWM. Okay, that's fine. You get some things already installed. Let's have a look what you get installed. The terminal applications. I don't think there's anything in these. It's just the categories really that they've installed. Okay, that's fine. So for us to do later. Desktop utilities. Well, I can already see that they've installed a calculator, which is surprisingly handy. And there's a text editor. Okay. Let's have a look. What have we got? We got XIs. Oh, I can use these for years. Everything feels fairly smooth and quick, I mean, it would do on this desktop, but it feels really fluid. OpenGL gears or GL gears. Cool. They're actually running quite well. I can't close that, so I'll go down to kill. What else have we got? We've got, if you can select it, spinning cube. Oh, no. Well, I'll leave that one there. And we'll do spinning cube. There we go. Oh, cool. And they're running really, really smoothly. Maybe because it's a lightweight desktop, I don't know. But NetBSD feels quick. It feels really fast. I don't know what it's going to feel like if you put a full-blown desktop environment on there. It probably won't just as well. But it feels fast now. Compositor with shadows. Yeah, oh, very nice. Probably just using Compton. Okay. And compositor simple. Alright, so it takes away the shadows. I like it with the shadows on. I like that. And is that all we get? I'll have a look at terminal utilities. There's a visual editor, Tetris, of course. I won't describe it as a utility, but it's always nice to have that. Oh yeah, things are moving really nicely. Very impressed. Although I can't find the controls to use, but we'll have a look later. There's Vi. Audio selector. It's kind of handy. We got top. Have a look what's being used. It's quite light on resources. Input output. IO stat. And disk usage. So yeah, things are chugging on really nicely. It's quite a lightweight system. Not bad at all, really. So I could get used to using NetBSD. It feels, it feels almost like FreeBSD to the point where, obviously you're going to use some different commands and it's slightly different syntaxes and things, but I could get used to it, I could get more used to NetBSD than I could use in Linux. It sounds weird, but for me, it's a subtle difference. So yes. Right, so what we're going to do next, I'm going to install a package. I'm going to install Firefox. So first, I need to export the package path, tell it to download from the internet. And then package underscore add Firefox. It feels like FreeBSD before it changed to the PKG, the new PKG system it uses now. Segmentation fault, okay, so it didn't install. Or did it install? We'll try doing it again. No error this time, so I'll have a look in the menu. I'll probably have to refresh the menu. So we go to restart CTWM, and there's Firefox, presumably. It doesn't say Firefox, but it says web browser. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to start dbus. So yeah, so I think the syntax is the same. Service dbus start does not exist in rc.d. All right. So I'll put it in rc.conf. Try now. Oh my god. What do I need to do on this? Let's have a look. You have to excuse my fumbling about. This is really the first time I've used NetBSD in a long, long time, and even before then it wasn't much. Oh, I need to copy this over. Okay. Now it works. Slightly different from FreeBSD. It's going to take some getting used to that little extra step, I think. Let's try the browser now. And is it going to pop? Yeah, there it is. The resolution is all slightly out. I'm going to leave it at this so it records a little bit better. But beyond that, everything seems to be working quite well. So it's a nightly build of Firefox, which is interesting. Before you go to Google, accept. No, wrong button. Good grief. There you go. Let's have a look at that NetBSD project. And 10.0 RC5 available. Yeah, I like NetBSD. They've got an independent mind to them. You know, they're getting more on with their own thing, which is good. It's never a bad thing. Right, so I've done that. What else can we add? Linus, yeah, okay. Is that it? That was quick. Is that copied? Is it done? Well, I'm not quite sure, but there you go. And obviously it must have done. Okay, so Linus audit system. And we'll see what that gives us. Current version, it's more than 4 months old. Current version 2.6.2. Latest is 3.09. Okay, well, you have to work with what you're given. And going to let it do its thing. It's done its thing. Let's have a look now. It's quite an old version, isn't it? So scroll up. 67. Okay, well that's not bad. And that's more or less on par with GhostBSD that I reviewed a couple of weeks back. And I'm going to try add in something which is more or less essential for a desktop operating system. Although technically, I suppose you could use an online word processor. I don't like Google Docs and stuff like that. I'm more old-fashioned. I prefer it to be installed to the computer you're using. And again, segmentation fault. Okay, we'll try again. I've done it again. I'll give it one more go, see what's happening. Okay, it says it's already recorded as installed, so it did give me an error, but it must have already done it, so that's kind of... I need to refresh it. That's kind of like weird. Like I said, I'm not going to be too judgmental because it is a release candidate, so maybe it's a bug which they know about. So there it is. We'll see how long this takes to... Is that done? Good golly. Maybe it's not done as quick as I thought. No, it has. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. And, okay. And for those who are interested, it's version 7.6.4.1. Yes, okie doke. Let's type the obligatory hello. And this time add from NetBSD. Make that bit bigger. There you go. Excellent. And for those who may want to know, let's have a look at the resource consumption. Look at top. after all that. So, yeah, not too bad. Well, NetBSD is something which it's known for its ability to be installed onto almost every architecture going, and there is a certain truth in that. It does run very well. I'll give it that. There are I'm approaching this from someone who uses FreeBSD, so there are some things which seems a little bit weird, but then again, this seems strangely familiar. So it's a very strange feeling. This is not a full review. I haven't tested any peripherals. I'll do that in the next full review when it gets released, which I'm looking forward to. And if that goes well, which I can't see why it shouldn't go well. I might even get a computer, get a spare PC, and dedicate NetBSD to it, which is never a bad thing. So yeah, here we are. I hope you enjoyed this. You possibly didn't learn anything, and it was just 20 minutes of me blindly trying to get things done, which it did. So I think if there's any failings, it's on my part rather than NetBSD's. If you found this video useful, then please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you found more than one video useful, then please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. I do all the videos myself on this channel. I use FreeBSD and the tools associated to do it. I don't use AI. It's all me, with me, just my passion and my interest in FreeBSD. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.